Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 1, Episode 13, the finale. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, well, welcome back. Now, y'all, as much as I like this show, I am looking forward to it going off because I could no longer take Jen and her antics. She has fussed, cussed, or yelled at somebody each and every episode. And she painted that Mary is this crazy person. Now, like I said last week, Mary, she got her issues, marrying her step granddaddy and all this stuff, and she's claiming that her grandma wheeled her to church, which I don't know how you do that. But, that's another story for another time. But Mary, she wasn't out here doing all these theatrics and yelling at people like Jen has been doing. Now, granted, she's been giving Jen the smoke, but she been relatively cool with everybody. Jen, on the other hand, she has gotten into it with just about everybody on this show, and it's fuss, cuss, and or yelled every episode. So we starting off with a montage of craziness that the girls went through while they were in Vegas. Each and every one of these girls got it from Jen. And it was like, I know they are exhausted because I'm exhausted looking at it. She came for Whitney, talking about she was going to drown her. She doggone telling Heather, basically, you need to put me and our friendship over Whitney or you going to be ostracized. She didn't win at Meredith's marriage. Doggone it, she was yelling and fussing all up in Lisa's face. She was, every time Mary was on the scene, she had something to say about Mary, because Mary said, she said about you smell like hospital. Like, all the girls is like, all this going on in their head. It's like, this was supposed to be a nice relaxing girls weekend, and we couldn't do that because Jen want to bring up old stuff after she done already accepted people's apologies. Now, Heather, she is at her beauty bar because it's going to be opening up a few days, and she's trying to make sure things are together, but there's still some things to be done. Now, I will say this about Heather. She has been promoting the heck out of her companies. Like, if you were ever in Salt Lake City or in the surrounding areas and you want a facial, you want Botox, what you need, we got it. And that's what you're supposed to do on these shows. When you have a business or a product to promote, talk about it as much as you can. Lisa, she kind of sort of brought up her vodka line, but I could not tell you the name of it. But I do know Heather's her little spot is called the Beauty Bar because she brought it up several times, and I am not mad at her. You're supposed to promote the heck out of whatever product or business you got going on as much as you can. You see Candy does that. She promotes her businesses and showcases them while she on the show. Get her a little free press and promotion. I'm all here for it. And I'm here for Heather, wanting to feel happy about something in her life. Not focus so much of I was, not kicked out, but kind of looked down upon in the Mormon community because I got divorced. But, be an inspiration that I'm out here, a single mama out here, getting business together. Granted, she does have a wealthy ex-husband that's been paying her alimony and child support, but she is out here making something for herself. Now, Lisa and Jen meet up. Lisa is the first person to reach out since Vegas. In classic Jen, she want to act the fool, yell, fuss, and or cuss, and then play the victim to people. I was like, that I'm exhausted with that. I am tired of it. Jen, I need a new trick from you. I need you to show me something. Lisa, she wasn't even going to pay Jen any mind, but when she was about to get on the elevator or get off the elevator, she seen Jen without any makeup on. Cute Gucci outfit, but she ain't had no makeup on. She looked like she was crying, and she felt sad for her. And I was like, that seems like a form of manipulation that Jen does. I know this is not the same thing, but a few years ago, it was more than a few years ago, about 2007, my cousin's best friend, she was going through this thing where she kept on saying that she was going to take her life. And then we would be the ones to be like, oh no, girl, you got Mustangs to live with. We love you. You know, you a good person, and second and third. And my grandma had to pull us to the side. It's like, she keeps on doing that because y'all keep on running to her rescue. She's not serious about that. She's just looking for attention. And I was like, well, that does sound, right. But, I was in my early 20s at the time. So I was just like, I want her to do something because, we ain't hanging out with her like that for real, for real. Jen says that she has childhood issues. No one is taking time to ask Jen, why does she act like this? It's because when you're acting like that, you can't be talked to. And then when we do talk to you about how you've been acting, you play dumb. Mary, for example, when you said yelled across the room, you're going to hang out with Mary who was hunting on her grandfather? When Mary brought this to you because she was hurt, I didn't say that. I would never say anything like that. And that's when Mary's like, you know what? I may be out here hunting my step-granddaddy, but I know what you said, and I'm not a liar in this sense. That all that other stuff and how she got her money and got, step-granddaddy, whole nother issue. But this issue right here, you wrong for it. She said that she had to be defensive because she was raised around white people. That's why she acts like she acts. And then you sprinkle in Sharif gone all the time, and then she didn't say this, but I am. And then he wasn't there for her when her dad passed away and she had to make all those decisions. This is why she acts the way she acts. So now she can doggone it. Pull Lisa back in. Okay, now I got Lisa. Now all I gotta do is get Meredith, Whitney, and Heather, and I'll be cool. Bump Mary, because who's Mary anyway? Now, moving over to Whitney. She is going to be a model for her dad. He's going to be auditioning to be an instructor at a beauty college. And he sounded like he knew what he was talking about. He had washed her hair and brought her out to the models and was showing them different techniques. Like, hey, she likes her hair like this, so I would be doing a straight cut. But you can also do an asymmetrical cut. You can do a V cut. You can do this. He seemed like he knew what he was talking about. And I do not, look down on people who go to the beauty college and get their hair and stuff done, because your girl did that for a good little minute. And I want to say 2001-ish, I stopped getting relaxers, but I still wanted my hair straight. So I would go to the beauty college, because it was right next door to where we lived at. The beauty college right here, there was a driveway situation, and our apartment was right here, right next door. So I will go right next door, pay I think it was $11 at the time, I believe, $10 or $11, something like that. I will get my hair washed, I will get it blow dried, and I will get it flat ironed. And depending on how well it was, I give you $1 or more in a tip. Went there for a good little minute, and I was like, you know what, I could just buy my own flat iron and do it myself. And I eventually started doing that until 2012, when I was like, I want to wear my hair in its natural state. And by the time I did that, my hair was yeah, we not going to be doing like you thought you was going to be doing. We still got to be straight. And I still deal with that issue somewhat to this day. My hair, I know this ain't got nothing to do with the show. My hair does not have a curl pattern. It has a wave pattern. So I have loose waves instead of tight curls or loose curls. And you get into the back right there, is there near straight at any time. And I think that happened after I cut my hair into a bob in 2015. And when it grew back, it just grew back straighter. It's never we straight now. That's how we gonna be done. But anyways, I'm happy and hopeful for Whitney's daddy that this will give him an accomplishment. He's sober right now. He's went through sober living. So hopefully, even though he's not going to be in his own salon or anything like that, hopefully, him teaching classes will help him out in some sort of way. Jen and Sharif, they take salsa classes. She apologizes for always putting 20 on 10. He's saying, you don't be putting 20 on 10. You were a wonderful person. I love you. Don't be down on yourself. Don't be saying those things about yourself. And I was like, either love is blind, he's lying, or she don't be cutting up several foods like that, like she did with the girls. Now, granted, she had that outburst at his birthday party, but I'm pretty sure that she ain't blowing up like this in front of Sharif, like she been blowing up at these girls. Or maybe she does, and he just like, this is who she is. This is who I married. He deals with it right now. Or it could be that when she, she's on medication, and when she be drinking, that medication and that liquor does not go well together, and she goes left. But he's like, he's putting in the effort. She been trying to get him to go to salsa lessons for like the past 25 years. And like he finally did that. They went salsa dancing lessons. He had some like chocolate covered strawberries for them to eat afterwards. And a little champagne it looked like. Now it is the opening of the beauty bar. And Meredith comes in with this odd looking mask. I'm like, Meredith, what you got going on? You just want people to say something about your mask or ask about your mask. I think at one point she said it was like to shield off the haters or something like that. Mary comes in looking like Mary, wearing tights as usual. And then it dawned on me that there is a lot of ladies, older ladies in the church, that they will wear stockings year round. I don't care if it is 100 degrees outside. They will have on a pair of stockings. And especially in my church, stockings and, dresses and or skirts that are down to their ankles. Hot as all get out. Skirt down to their ankles. Jackets all the way down to their wrist. I can't do it. I will do it when it's the winter and I got on heels. But summertime, I'm not wearing no stockings. I can't do it. It's too hot. I don't know how to do it. They been here longer than me, and I guess they didn't got used to it. I can't. So I'm thinking that's why Mary, when she has on a dress, she always has on a pair of tights. Because she get that from the church. I look like she got her granddaddy. But that's neither here nor there. Meredith... Well, Lisa tells Meredith that she is somewhat kind of sort of made up with Jen. And Meredith's like, you see, it's cool if you want to be friends with Jen. And that's your business. Me, on the other hand, I'm not finna do it. I'm over her antics. I'm over her toxic behavior. Just not gonna do it. Well, Whitney, while she and Meredith are Mary over there getting them a good little an infused oxygen treatment, she tells Mary how she apologized to Jen. Jen accepted her apology, and then went totally left, flipped all the way left on her. Threatened her and did all those things, and Mary couldn't say nothing but like, I told y'all about Jen. And I was like, yes, Mary, you told us about Jen, but we was so focused on like what you got going on in your life that we wasn't really trying to listen to you. And it looks like we should have listened to Mary. Like, Jen, she ain't nobody's friend. I can say this. Besides coming at Jen, Mary ain't had no issue with nobody. It's Jen that had an issue with everybody. But she also told her, once you were no longer around, I became her target. She focused all her energy on me. Heather decides to jump in and tells Jen that she doesn't want toxic friends. Jen says that she's sorry. She shouldn't have reacted that way. However, there are certain things that I won't compromise, like my family and my friend. Oh no, it was Whitney that said she don't want any toxic friends, and Jen was like, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have acted that way. However, but Whitney, she's like, she's happy that, she's like, she said, I'm sorry, but you didn't catch the but or the however. Them are those sorries that I do not like. Don't say I'm sorry, but the reason I did this is, like, are you sorry or not? Because it seemed like you trying to justify why you're doing these things and give an explanation as to why you're going to do it again. Jen hopped right at her confession talking about something. What am I sorry for? I need to be focused on getting that cookie over there. I was like, this is classic Jen. Cuts up several foods. People don't want to be friends with her. Finally apologizes, but and or however, and then goes back to being the same Jen, and then being shady in the confessional. Now, okay, she thinks she didn't already get, what's it called? She already, got Lisa scooped in. She got Wendy scooped in. Okay, now it's time to go over there to Meredith. I care for you, and I apologize. I never should have said anything about your marriage. It was no one's business. I should have never done that. Meredith is not feeling Jen and her puppy dog tears or her, she's like, I appreciate your apology, but I need to protect my positive space. And until I can see some actions, that's what I'm going to do. Jen is surprised that Meredith is acting this way. And I guess she's acting this way because this situation has caused her to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It is people. They not trying to have their blood pressure raised up when they get around you. That's the thing. When I come into a setting, I want to relax and chill and hang out with my friends. I don't want to have to babysit you and pacify you and try to calm you down. I'm here for a good time. I am not here to babysit and corral a grown woman. That's not what I'm here for. I don't want none of that toxicity in my space. So I choose not to have it. Now it's time to Heather. Heather tells Jen that she's pissed because, Jen said that she didn't trust her. You don't trust me because I called you out because of your mess. And I didn't stand in the mess with you. That's what your issue is. That's why you don't trust me. Right? You know how it feels that I'm out here defending you even though you pushed me to the side. And after all the mess and drama that you have done and said, and you talk about you don't trust me. I am the one who went up there to see how you was doing. That whole shy squad that you got, they are on payroll. Of course they're going to listen to you and nod. Like, girl, you were right. They was wrong. They go do all that because you paying them. I went there out of the kindness of my heart after all the things that you have done. And you talk about something you don't trust me. I was a good friend to you. Heather says she needs Jen to say, hold on, that she has to been a good friend in order for her to move on. I just need you to tell me that you haven't been as good a friend to me that I have been to you. Can you say that? It was like pulling teeth. And then finally she's like, yes, I haven't been a good friend to you. And that's the end of the show. I guess she didn't get married. Not married. She didn't, then got Heather back into her good graces. I don't know how long this is gonna last. It's probably once we get to see these girls after the season. Ended filming, and then they see what everybody's been saying, and we get back to this reunion. Things have changed. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and you can share it with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.